Hey YouTube, this is VidHead85, and I just want to talk a little bit about something real quick because I've noticed something that is really, how do I say it? I'm noticing a pattern in the guys that I tend to be attracted to. Now, they're not abusive, they're not crazy. Some of them are, but they're just like goofy crazy. Some of them are tall, short, light-skinned, dark-skinned, black, white, Hispanic, and that does. Hell, race really doesn't matter to me. Although a lot of times most of the men that catch my eye tend to be white, but that's just how it is for me. So I won't even call it a preference. It's just what sticks out to me. So what I just want to say simply is that I've noticed that most of the guys that I'm really, really, really intensely attracted to are not from Buffalo. You hear that? They're not from Buffalo. Buffalo guys, every time, like, first of all, most of them are DL and they're afraid of their own shadow. Secondly, most of them that are out are just drama queens. Like yesterday, I went out because I was libre, free for the night, and because I came in at 11, and then 12 o'clock came, and then 1 o'clock came, and they said, we're just going to get people out of here because there's hardly any production or anything like that. So I went out to Underground last night, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to chill out. I spotted this one guy who, muscular, big muscular guy, kind of the frame I want to get to, and I gave him my ID because I thought that he was the bouncer because he was so close to the door, and there he was. And he said, well, I do work security, but I'm not the bouncer. So and then I'm kind of flirting with him or whatever, just seeing what he's about or whatever, and I danced with him, and he kind of so make a long story short, as we were talking, I found out that he was from Brooklyn. And I'm like, wow, okay, so what brings you up here? Why do you want to come to this dump? He has family here. So it's kind of like, wow, like this guy is really cool, he's really secure in himself. And that Buffalo guys are not. Like most Buffalo guys aren't. And that's just something that I really wonder, like, am I the only anomaly in Buffalo? Was I supposed to be born somewhere else, but I was like transplanted here or something? Yeah, I know I got family here and whatever, but I want to maybe move to New York City because that city is larger than life, and I also know that it's definitely a place where I can thrive and I can just have a good life. And I know I could meet some pretty nice guys, pretty decent guys there. Now, New York City as a whole, being in New York is like, it's a culture, it's like, there's certain things that, New York does that like Buffalo would be like, huh? There's like a lot of people I see are fashionable. They can get to anywhere, point A to point B pretty quick, and the buses and trains are running 24 hours a day. So, and no matter when you work, you can always find something to do. So that's a good thing that I like about the city. That there's a lot that you can do in that city. It's almost like it's a world in and of itself. So that's why they just dump on Buffalo and say, hey, Buffalo doesn't need this. Let's send it off to New York City. So anyway, I just wondered, anybody from Buffalo realize how backward Buffalo people are? Like some of the people that I am even like drawn to tend to not be from Buffalo, and if they are from Buffalo, they're an anomaly in Buffalo. Let me just say that. So it's like the Buffalo back in the 70s and back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, before the shipping routes were basically decimated, steel town. We were a big steel town, and hence the conservative values, all that other stuff, and Republicans controlled everything, and it was just that kind of a town. It's still a small town, even though it's the second largest city in the state of New York. But it is some of the most. I've seen it's so backwards. Like I don't understand how people, like what makes people come here. But then again, they did say somebody I know from Maryland, and he's one of the guys that I'm kind of attracted to. He said this is a stack your paper city, and I'm like, you know what? That is so true because it's cheap to live here comparatively, and all you got to do is just keep stacking it up, and then you move. And my Aunt Karima, she actually moved back to New York City because she was here for a while, and she decided, yeah, I'm gonna move back to New York City and be with my little kids. And my uncle, he obviously, since that's my aunt is his wife, he said, yeah, let's go, and he actually found a job not that long after he moved there, and I believe Auntie Karima's business took off. That's a place where you can afford to have something like that. So, I'm really just looking at myself and thinking, wow, the guys from Buffalo are just crazy. I really don't want much to do with them because they're just so awkward. Now, there are some Buffalo guys that are the exception to the rule, but as far as I'm concerned, I will hold to the premise that most guys that I'm really intensely attracted to tend to not be from Buffalo. It's just how it is, and especially like some of the college guys that I was when I was working out at UB. There were a lot of the guys that were not from Buffalo either. They were from like Rome or some other place and they're like, well, I was intensely attracted to them, but this is a place where I spend a lot of my time, so there's no way I would want to fool around with any of the guys in there, because it's like, yeah, this is a place where I go to relax. I don't want to have drama at a place that I'm supposed to relax. So you two, let me know, do you live in a city, or do you live in a place where you notice that most of the people that you're attracted to aren't from there? Are you someone who maybe most of the people that you are attracted to maybe are in that city, and what makes that city, or what makes that place good? What are the people like in that city? Because I'm telling you, the Buffalo, it just seems like everybody's just so, like a stick in the mud, and they're stuck in their ways, and they just don't want to do anything else, and it's just like so apathetic here. And that's why do you think that we are so poor? I talk to people and I'm like, we're not going to get anywhere unless we vote, and they're like, these crackers up in politicians, they don't want to do anything. They don't want to do anything for us. Well, you know what? They don't want to do anything for us because you don't vote. You don't care. The moment you show that you care about your community and you're gonna kick them bastards out of office, the moment they screw up, that's when they start really taking notice of you. So that's all I've got to say, YouTube. And just let me know, have you had any experiences like that? Have you even traveled to a different place and people seem to flock to you excuse me, like a vulture over a dead carcass? Let me know what you think, and let me know how how some things have panned for you. I don't believe in online dating, to be honest, though, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. Or maybe I'm just always looking and too desperate or something. I don't know. But have a great day, YouTube, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.